So, who says a blood-sucking Night Stalker can't be a regular guy? Of course, with that appetite, he could get to be a pain in the neck. My Best Friend is a Vampire, next on HBO.
For the best time on TV, catch the brightest stars, the biggest hits, HBO, the best movies. Indestructible, lovable. Bruce Willis defines an army of terror in this year's explosive smash, Die Hard, with Bonnie Bedelia. Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, is wanted by the mob in San Francisco, and it's hot, the Deadpool. Sean Connery, Meg Ryan, Mark Harmon, Jack Warden. Diamonds and Crime corrupt a military base, the Presidio. HBO, the best movies.
Police officer, freeze.
She's all business.
I mean, is it evident to everyone?
And no nonsense.
I've been shot. Honey, I know I shot you.
Whoopi Goldberg.
You know, everywhere I go, people are dying to meet me.
Sam Elliott. And Reuben Blades.
Which means that it's going to kill you, drive you insane in less than 30 seconds.
Fatal Beauty. Premieres Sunday, May 21st on HBO.
In the 20s, there was still one place to find cowboys and gunfights.
Cut!
Hollywood, the true home of the Western hero. But when a real-life lawman named Wyatt Earp hit town, real-life villains were there to greet him.
You're a long way from Tombstone, Marshal.
Bruce Willis, James Garner, and Mariel Hemingway in a film by Blake Edwards, Sunset. Tonight, only on HBO, the best movies.
It's the most powerful thing about Vietnam I've ever seen.
The soldiers were average age 18, 19 years old.
Most of them didn't even know where Vietnam was.
And it's what they had to say about being there.
Reminds me a lot of the good times and some of the bad times, too.
As close as you can get. Dear America, Monday on HBO.
See it twice. Think about it.
This was a horrible crime. A tragedy for those involved. In order to prevent another tragedy, you need only decide whether the right man stands accused of the crime.
Justice is not simply a question of right or wrong, but winning or losing. In the psychological thriller Criminal Law, Gary Oldman plays Ben Chase, a successful defense attorney for whom winning is everything. His career climb is abruptly halted when he realizes that his client, Martin Teal, played by Kevin Bacon, for whom he has just won acquittal, is in truth guilty of rape and murder.
I play a lawyer who is, I suppose, for his age, is rather a remarkable one. A great talent, as it were, within the legal system. And I am representing a guy who is on trial for murder. And through my great talent, if you like, and expertise, I get him off and put him back onto the streets, and then find out that we've let the wrong guy go.
Through a series of grisly clues, Martin lures Ben into his macabre game and allows him to discover that he is actually guilty of several brutal killings. Angry at having been duped by Martin, Ben continues the lawyer-client relationship with the ulterior motive of revenge.
Sorry about last night.
Sorry.
The police gave you a hard time. You could have just left. You know, you didn't have to call them.
I think I did. But I didn't tell them why I was there.
They'll come to me anyway. I need a good lawyer.
The retainer is twice what it was last time.
Don't disappoint me, Ben. This isn't about money.
He's had a very strange and lousy childhood, and he is very confused, and that's part of what's driving him. The other part is that he's found this one guy, this lawyer, who he believes could be his only friend ever in life. I mean, he's a very, very lonely character. He's very wealthy. He has everything he wants, but he has no friends and no relationships really to speak of. And the only way that he can really stay close to this guy is if he keeps killing people and keeps having this guy represent him. That's what their relationship is built on.
Ben's personal and professional ethics clash when he sees that the only way to stop the killings is not to go to the police, but to carry out an investigation of his own.
I'm representing him again so I can find something that'll hang him.
It'll be self-defense. Or I'll make it look that way.
In his role as judge and jury, it becomes clear to Ben that the high stakes of this cat-and-mouse game are more than he bargained for.
For the best time on TV, catch the hottest stars on HBO, the best movies. With stars like this year's Academy Award winner, Kevin Kline. Best supporting actor in the splashy comedy, A Fish Called Wanda. Then in Richard Attenborough's compelling drama of South Africa, Cry Freedom. Two diverse roles for one of the most talented Hollywood stars of today, Kevin Kline. One of the brightest stars on HBO, the best movies.
How'd they get in the building? Don't we have security?
He's trying to take over the network. He's got to be stopped.
We'll stop him.
Well, who's in there?
Robert Townsend and his partners in crime.
Oh, no. It must be partners in crime 3.
3? I'll get security. Security?
I'll get this door open. I'm an ex-football player. Damn, brother.
Hurry, boss! The HBO executives are here! Relax. Oh, you get the camera.
Ooh, the camera. Woohoo!
The camera. Woohoo! Hi,
It's not on them, you dummy. On the boss.
Hi, I'm Robert Townsend, taking over HBO again with my all-new comedy special, Robert Townsend and his Partners in Crime Part 3, with all new comedians like Tommy Davidson. We're in this love together. My musical guests include Mr. Bobby Brown. See the macaroni. That's not Bobby Brown. This is Bobby Brown. That's and the beautiful songstress, Miss Brenda Russell.
The film clips, Walt, the film clips.
That's right, we boldly go where no man has ever gone before. Where's that? Space, knucklehead, just look.
We got turbulence. 2 times.
And more of our favorite nighttime soap opera.
The bold, the black, the beautiful.
So join me and my partners for Robert Townsend and his Partners in Crime Part 3. The Mutiny has just begun.
Premieres Saturday, May 20th, only on HBO.
The all-new, not necessarily the news. Consider the consequences, should you miss it. Premieres May 24th on HBO, live.
I'm gonna take out Diane Court again.
Well, that's unlikely. When Lloyd falls in love, nothing stands in his way. Not the friends who think that a girl with brains and beauty is just out of his league.
Diane Court doesn't go out with guys like you. She's a brain.
Trapped in the body of a game show hostess.
Or the girl's father, who thinks brains and brawn don't mix either.
What do you have in common? You're going to be part of an international think tank, and he's going to be kicking punching bags.
And so begins the romance between Lloyd and the class beauty. John Cusack and Ione Skye star as the modern-day Romeo and Juliet in Say Anything, an unlikely love story from 20th Century Fox.
He, falls in love with her at first sight. I think he just knows he's got to make a power move and see how it works, and then once he does make that move, he really does fall for her hard.
So what's your job this summer?
Job? Being a great date.
No, I'm serious.
So am I.
Not only is he just so nice, he's just so appealing to her. She sees all what he's about. It just made her happy. It made her know that she could be in love.
Then call me later.
Okay.
Going again. Starting places.
Say Anything marks the directorial debut of Cameron Crowe from his original screenplay.
It's not about a 15-year-old guy that has 20 beautiful girls that help him lose his virginity, you know? It's about relationships that are real. Lloyd is a warrior for optimism, and everyone in this movie bumps up against Lloyd. Everyone in his world bumps up against him and tries to keep him down and says, you can't be optimistic. You'll never get a girl like Diane Court.
I wanted to ask you, how'd you get Diane Court to go out with you? I called her up. This is great. This gives me hope. Thanks.
Did you really come here with Lloyd Dobler? How did that happen? He made me laugh.
He's a strange guy in a lot of the film. He doesn't really speak unless really spoken to, and I don't think he wastes words.
What are your plans for the future?
You mean like career? He's not like some glib charm monster who's just much too hip for his years. I mean, he has interesting thoughts, but he doesn't quite know how to express them. I don't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career. I don't want to sell anything bought or processed, or buy anything sold or processed, or process anything sold, bought, or processed, or repair anything sold, bought, or processed, you know, as a career.
John Mahoney stars as the skeptical, overprotective dad, James Court, and his fatherly concerns place a few bumps along the road to romance.
You bet you should have called. You still live at home. Don't make me call the police at 3:30 in the morning. Don't make me call hospitals.
I don't think it's just James Court. I don't think any father would embrace a daughter's boyfriend who was like Lloyd.
You can say anything to me. I hope you still know that.
I know that. She's his baby and she's his love. It's not a weird, incestuous thing at all, but he definitely needs her more, and I guess she realizes that.
Back on action. Walking, please.
Phone them down. There you go.
You have cleared for kids!
For Cameron Crowe and John Cusack, Say Anything gives them the opportunity to say something new about teenage relationships.
Cut. And what John said when I first met with him is, I already graduated. I don't ever want to do that again. Our collaboration on the part has been about making sure that it's not something that either of us have done before.
I thought the script, in the structure of it, there were a lot of really interesting things, and the character had a chance to be a character who wasn't kind of a blinded urban tunnel teen. I got a question. If you guys know so much about women, why are you sitting in a gas and sip, no women around anywhere?
By choice, man. That's right,
Yeah,
man. Conscious choice.
There was a difficult scene where my father is manipulating me to break up with